Hello, everyone, and welcome to ACHA Hockey YouTube's presentation of Division II ACHA Men's Ice Hockey. I'm Brett Vaughn as the visiting UCLA Bruins coming in with an undefeated record of 5-0 face the Arizona State Sun Devils with an undefeated record as well, 4-0-1 coming into the contest tonight. Head coach for Arizona State, Jared Smith, it's his first season at the helm for the Sun Devils in the D2 level, and he's saying for his team's key to success tonight is to be heavy on the puck, contesting the forecheck every time, being able to be in the face of the UCLA players because he said they do have a lot of skill, and so they're going to try to eliminate that the best they can. We're going to be having puck drop in just under a few minutes here on Arizona State Hockey YouTube. And folks, we'll get you set up for tonight's starting goaltenders for the visiting UCLA Bruins. It'll be in net number 30, Jake Kavinsky. For the home Sun Devils, it's going to be number 1, Nicholas Lehman. Lehman, a native of Scottsdale, Arizona. I'm Brett Vaughn. I'm going to take you the rest of the way. Appreciate everyone for tuning in tonight to some live D2 ACHA men's hockey action. And for a tightly contested 2 games this weekend for the Sun Devils, facing probably one of their best opponents they're going to be able to play all season as well. Draw 1 by Arizona State. Michael Andriott will chip it in. Tyler Billingsley, the leading goal scorer for the Sun Devils, and on the forecheck there initially. Max Chu for UCLA is unable to clear it out. Chu back in his own zone again. He's going to try to work it up the strong side wall. A heavy hit by Jacob Lester, but UCLA is able to get it out. Crossing through the center ice line. Cam Kong, his shot just squirts wide. Sweeney up to the point. Zegras doesn't get enough on his shot, but the Bruins are able to recover in time and dump the puck in. Alex Altman for the Sun Devils as he's trying to hit a man coming off the bench, but they're unable to connect. UCLA keeping it down low. Elvento, miss out to the side. Zegras looking, finds a cross-seam pass. Puck loose in front. Clearing it for Arizona State is Ethan Bellatine. He's able to take it out himself, but he overskates the puck. Hard pass up, just out of the reach for Jacob Padgett, but icing's waved off. Pardon me, folks, we have some technical difficulties here we're working through. Puck's still being played around, just 2 minutes elapsed in the first period. And that puck will go up and out of play. ASU back in their own zone. Trying to get that is Robert Snyder. PD for Arizona State will pick the puck up. Trying to chip it out, but just able to sustain any zone time. And William LaChapelle for Arizona State will chip it in and go for a change. Bruins having a little trouble trying to break out of their own zone. It's a turnover, but able to corral that is Cameron O'Connor. Up at the point as Kyle Dodson was trying to find one of his defensemen, but no one was there. Shot on from O'Connor, ends up being stopped by Kavinsky. 16:52 remains in the first period. Draw one by Arizona State, but ends up being a block shot. Tyson Trio in his own zone, trying to negotiate through the forechecker. UCLA has a little too hot of a pass from Parsons, and they're going to have to go back in their own zone. Kavinsky has to play it out. Puck still loose. Arizona State trying to go to work on the offensive zone. Centered out in front, still batted about. And Kavinsky's able to freeze the puck. UCLA coming into tonight's game undefeated off of two thumping wins against San Jose State by the scores of 8-1 and 9-0. Puck still being fought for in the offensive zone. Andriot just elects to chip it down low. Athletic play to keep it in momentarily, but Bruins are able to break it out. Billings on the back check. Shot misses wide. Wraparound attempt that time from Johnny Elvento. And it looks like we'll have a whistle. Looks to be a boarding call. So we'll have our first penalty of the hockey game. It's going to be one of the team leaders, number 16, Tyler Billingsley, upperclassman for the Sun Devils. He's also the leading point scorer so far in the season, but he's going to head to the box. Draw one by UCLA to get their power play started, but the errant pass from Chu ends up having to force UCLA to touch up to get up back on side. Fishman will get the puck on the right corner. Down the corner. It'll finally pop out to Chu. Chu, the D-to-D pass. Point shot on, ends up getting deflected off of the forward. Lang and up and out of play. Draw one again by UCLA, but just a little too strong. That forces them to go back in the neutral zone. 40 seconds has elapsed on the power play opportunity for the Bruins. Chu. His initial pass gets blocked. Up at the point, the captain Zegras. Down the corner. Zegras. Down low. Shot on. Fighting for it and finding it is Lehman. This is a nice opportunity by Alex Studagati for UCLA, but it stops. About 62 seconds remains on the man advantage. Draw one this time by the Sun Devils. Skating it out for ASU, and they dump it down. Lucas Lundgren that time for the Sun Devils. 45 seconds now left. That puck gets cleared out by Alex Altman. Bruins haven't been able to get much going so far outside of that Sedagati chance. He'll come back in again. Alex Morrow centers that one out in front, but just out of the reach of Jeff Zhu. And maybe one more chance for the Bruins. Paget plays it back to Lundgren. Lundgren will just wrist that one down. Jacob Lester for Arizona State will try and get there first. And that'll do it, and the Sun Devils are back on the man advantage. Trio, cross-ice dump. UCLA is trying to get there. Andrew out will bat the puck down initially. Trio's trying to pinch it in. 13:25 in the first period. UCLA will step out with it. Sweeney on the right corner. Over to Cheer now, but that shot gets blocked by Alexander Moore for Arizona State. Billy Zegras just elects to dump it in. Playing it behind his net is Lehman, but ends up getting turned over to Jamani. Lester ends up getting just enough on it where it doesn't hit the low ceiling here at Oceanside Ice Arena, and it allows for him to make a change. Bellatini will fire that one back down. Hard hit by Paget on the forecheck, forces UCLA to freeze the puck. So far, head coach Jared Smith has to like the way the Sun Devils are playing, of being able to follow one of his keys of the game, to be heavy on the puck, heavy on the forecheck, not allowing UCLA to break the puck out without any pressure being used. Drawn by the Sun Devils, shot on from Bellatini, gets blocked. Another shot on, this time from Mason Lorraine for the Sun Devils, but that gets steered aside by Kavinsky. Bruins skated out. The area pass was going to be just behind Meyer, but a nice reaction play to break it up. Puck out in front. Blocked again by Meyer, still out in front. UCLA controlling it. Shot from the point ends up being blocked. Another shot on the rebound, and Lehman's able to find it. Still a scoreless game. Just before midway through the first period, I'm Brett Vaughn on Arizona State ACHA Hockey YouTube, bringing you some Division II action tonight. Zhu at the point, shot on deflection in front. Ends up finding a friendly stick of Lucas Lundgren, and Arizona State's able to break it out. Kyle Dodson ends up crashing into the boards. He'll get it back from LaChapelle, trying to give it a give-and-go play, but UCLA is able to break the pass up. Sweeney trying to fight through a few Arizona State players, but he'll end up tumbling to the ice. Petey for the Sun Devils now. In the corner, he'll get some extra effort, but he's unable to handle the puck. Now he gets an opportunity to, but he'll just elect to make the pass to Dodson. Dodson's trying to handle the puck, but it just keeps rolling on him behind the UCLA goal. And the Bruins will break it out for the time being. Lundgren, indirect pass. Finds O'Connor by himself. O'Connor to the snap. Shot misses high and up and out of play. Ends up being a smart play by Lundgren of being able to recognize that UCLA was going for a change. And he ends up trying to deliver the puck to O'Connor for a possible goal opportunity. Bruins will win it off the face-off circle. Zegras gets it caught up in the referee's skates. Nice offensive play this time by Tyson Trujillo, and that'll force UCLA to freeze it again. Really outside of those power play chances for UCLA, there hasn't been really too much going for them. Billingsley in the circle for Arizona State. Ends up losing the draw to Fishman. Zegras unable to break it out as Billingsley's in there. Bruins that will help out their defensemen, and they'll skate it out. Fishman on his forehand. Centers that in front. Oh, and a dangerous redirection. Might have touched the post. Jamani activating from the point. He'll just play it down in the corner. Altman's able to read it for Arizona State. Chip off the glass. Needs a second effort from Andriopoulos. A little too strong, but icing's waved off. Lester trying to center that one out in front, and he had Billingsley if he could have found him wide open, but the pass goes astray. Saucer pass from Altman, from Allison. That puck will be played back down. Allison almost causing a turnover off the goaltender Kavinsky, but the Bruins are able to break it out. Centering that pass in front for UCLA, ends up being blocked, but looked to be there's an exchange in the corner that ends up having ASU on a delayed power play. Sean Phillips centers that in front. Puck still up and out of play, and it's finally touched by a UCLA player. And for the first time today, Arizona State will be on the man advantage. Draw one by UCLA, but they're unable to clear. Lester gets it from the half wall. Trying to fight his way through, but three Bruins are there. But they still can't clear it. Lundgren, cross-ice pass to Andriot. Couldn't settle the puck down. He ends up going for the shot. It gets blocked. They don't know where it is, and it comes out to Billingsley. But ends up being blocked and up and out of play. Almost a broken play for ASU to convert a chance. As I think it was caught up in one of the UCLA defensemen's equipment, ends up popping out directly to him. Face-off's tied up. It'll be won by the Sun Devils. Lundgren, one-timer shot. Ends up going wide. Nobody for Sun Devils to direct that one back towards the goal. Lester in the corner. Bellatini. Lundgren again. Shot on. Lester still in front. Plays it back up to the point. Billingsley, wrist shot. That gets blocked. Fishman for UCLA doing that. Lundgren will swap spots with Billingsley. Still has it. Centering that in front. Puck still up in the air. Handcuffed the goaltender Kavinsky a bit. Sun Devils still on the attack. Lundgren looking for the shot pass. That gets caught up in the skates of Cam Krong. And UCLA has just enough energy just to clear it out and go for a change. Couple good chances for the Sun Devils of really utilizing the defenseman at the point of stretching out the Bruins' defense in their own zone. O'Connor couldn't find the pass from Altman, and UCLA will end up chipping that one out of play. ...21 seconds, left on the minor penalty to Sedegati. Draw one by O'Connor. Petey, the forward who's going to be playing defenseman on this power play, chips it in, and he unable to seal the wall. It's now a one-on-one. Sweeney against Altman. Sweeney trying to go for the toe drag. Altman does a good job just to utilize his stick to not allow that deke to be pulled off successfully, and the Sun Devils will collect the puck behind their own net as UCLA is back to full strength. LaChapelle. He'll fork it over to the other corner. O'Connor doesn't know where the puck is. El Vento gets some help from Alterman, and they'll just get it out to the neutral zone. Picking up for the Sun Devils is Dodson, centering that to O'Connor, but O'Connor had his stick lifted and was unable to take a shot. We'll come back to Dodson. Centering that one again. Zegras is able to kneel on one leg to block the pass. Bruins trying to go the other way. Reacting to that was Rob Snyder. Sun Devils trying to finish off a change. 6:10 remaining in the first period. It's 0-0. Paget looking out front. He centers that one, but the goaltender Kavinsky is able to poke check that pass. Nicholas Meyer skating out of his own zone, ends up running into his own player Paget, and he turns the puck over to 2-on-1 for the Bruins. To Fishman. Fishman on the backhand. Oh, what a stop by Lehman in the splits. And after that, we have the kerfuffle in front of the goaltender and a possible penalty. Meyer for Arizona State ends up running into his own man in the center ice line, ends up causing a 2-on-1 for UCLA. But it was an amazing stop by Nicholas Lehman. His 7th save of the game, and it's one of the most crucial ones he's done so far tonight. Looks to end up being a Sun Devil penalty, number 2, Mason Lorraine. And UCLA will go back on the power play for the second time. UCLA is able to collect it. Chu looking for that seam pass. Ends up being deflected by Lundgren for the moment. Studagati to Chu on the right side. Chu, his shot on. Able to be gobbled up by Lehman. No traffic in front of him. Fishman and O'Connor in the face-off circle. One by O'Connor again. Lundgren ends up falling as he's trying to clear it, and it's kept in. Zegras' shot misses high. Chu on the right side with his head up. Down to El Vento. El Vento will switch places. He's now at the top of the key. On the left side is Zegras. Zegras waiting patiently. Up to Chu. Chu doesn't see a shooting lane. Now to Fishman. Zegras. Fishman now on the right side, centering that pass, but it was a nice defensive play by Tyler Allison that allows Arizona State to get a couple guys off the ice. Over halfway done on this man advantage for the Bruins. Andriot trying to clear it, ends up fluttering up in the air, and his second effort ends up dumping the puck down, and he's going to try and force the issue on the forecheck. Zegras is able to shepherd him away. He skates it out of his own zone now. Zegras, centering that backhand play, ends up getting blocked. Walking up to the point. He ends up going for a change. Panoir tried to give it to Fishman, and Fishman just couldn't handle the puck out. And they'll have to recollect in the center ice line. Bringing it back in is Panoir. In the corner with it. Moros. In Gretzky's office. To Zoo. End up just keeping the puck in, but Lorraine comes out of the penalty box, and the Sun Devils are back to 5-on-5 play. Moros again. Backhand pass will find one of his teammates in front, but Lehman was able to recognize it and make the stop. Lorraine plays the puck off the glass. Ends up overhandling the puck and does not get a shot off. At the point, Snyder, his point on, and that ends up getting deflected by Lorraine. It was a nice deflection. It was up high near the waist, but Kavinsky had good positioning. Both teams end up going for a change. Draw one by Arizona State, and they were able to get a shot off right after it, but there's another save by Kavinsky. Alterman, backhand play. Shot on as Lehman makes another stop, squeezing the leg pads together. That time ended up being off of Zach Kwan. Dangerous opportunity. It was a 3-on-2. Kwan was a late guy for the Bruins. Ends up getting the puck in the high slot, and there was an aggressive angle taken by Lehman, allowing him to make the play. UCLA will ship it out to the other side. Meyer collects for a high one off the glass. It'll end up finding Sean Phillips. Phillips ends up getting impeded and not getting a shot off. Allison with it. From O'Connor, slap shot on, still loose in front. And we'll have a whistle. No signal made by the referee, and I think it's going to be a stop. Kavinsky just laying on his back, just had to snowman that one as he didn't know where it was after the initial shot attempt and where that puck was off the rebound, but he's able to get enough equipment on it to have a whistle. Got one by Billingsley, who was trying to deke around his counterpart centerman for the Bruins, but he wasn't able to recollect it after that. Bruins trying to move it up out of the other way. Altman keeps it in for Arizona State. Just play it down low. Billingsley. He's moving around. He tries to center that to Android. Turnover again by the Bruins. Altman plays it back down. Bruins chip it out only to the neutral zone. There was some nice back pressure by Jacob Lester, and ends up allowing Altman to just chip it out of play. Almost done with this first period. It's still nothing. A great matchup in the West region at the ACHA Division II level between two undefeated teams in Tempe. Sweeney trying to slow the play down. Cross ice pass by the Bruins. Altman is able to jab at the puck to not allow it from coming into his own zone. He has to eat a check from Sweeney, though. Lorraine, hard rim around. Paget to Bellatini. He's by himself, and he'll elect to just chip that off the glass and in the offensive zone. Chu goes D to Zegras. Top pairing on for UCLA. Definitely getting a lot of ice time tonight. And that puck just gets over the blue line. Altman will have to regroup. Under 60 seconds remain now in the first period. Bellatini trying to look for a quick snapshot through the legs of the UCLA defenseman, but it gets blocked. He's trying to steal against the blue line there, but it gets taken away to Sweeney. Sweeney shot on, and that was deflected away by Trujillo's stick. In the corner with it, Ilvento. That ends up getting blocked. Bellatini does just enough to get it down all the way without an icing call and go off. Under 20 seconds remain. Fishman turns the puck over, but he's able to follow his tracks and get the puck back. Alexander Moore for the Sun Devils will chip it down in the corner. Bruins controlling with it. Maybe just one more chance for the Bruins if they get it quick, and the period will expire. even records coming in tonight for both teams, and it's an even score after one. We'll bring you live second period action of ACHA Division II men's ice hockey play in just under 15 minutes on ASU ACHA Hockey YouTube. Welcome back, everyone, to ASU ACHA Hockey YouTube's presentation of Division II men's ice hockey. I'm Brett Vaughn as the Arizona State Sun Devils and UCLA Bruins start the second period of play. First 20 minutes was pretty even. Sun Devils really dominated 5-on-5 even strength play, but have nothing to show for it yet, with the score still being knotted up at 0. Shot so far through the first period, it's in favor of the Sun Devils, 12-9. Linesmen checking that both goaltenders are ready, and we're ready to start this second period. Draw still up for grabs, and that'll be dumped down. Billingsley the first for Arizona State. Centering pass gets blocked by the kneeling Krong. Moroz in the neutral zone. That'll be dumped back down again by Snyder. Bruins have to recollect. Moroz, he's trying to headman the puck, but trouble corralling it, and he turns it over on the center ice line. Billingsley circles back and plays it back to his defenseman. Stretch pass to Bellatini. Bellatini still with it, ends up feinting on the shot. Doesn't know where it is. He works it back up to the point. Peeling out. Snapshot on, ends up getting deflected away by the goaltender Kavinsky. Now it's a UCLA opportunity incoming, but there's a nice defensive play by Meyer. Breakout pass was just out of the reach for Padgett, and it'll be an icing call on the Sun Devils. UCLA liking the 5-man unit they have out there and aren't going to switch him. Lorraine ends up losing the draw, but he does a tremendous job of blocking the puck and keeps it towards the outside. Fishman trying to walk it off the wall. He'll just rim it back down around to Johnny Ovento. Ovento cycling it with one of his teammates, but they cough the puck up. Padgett, he ends up beating one. Saucer pass in front, and Bellatini, I'm not sure if he just didn't get much of the puck that he wanted, but ends up still being alive. Shot in front, centered in front, and that gets cleared away by Al. Couple good chances for Arizona State here. Might be another one. Out in front. Hard shot from Lundgren, ends up hitting somebody in the skate, and it'll block it. Altman with his head up, trying to look for the stretch pass. It'll find the tape of La Chapelle, and he'll eat a check and dump it in the corner. Zegras, hard rim around. Padgett, pardon me, that was Dotson, had to be careful as they're trying to finish off a change to avoid too many men. Centered out in front, blocked away by La Chapelle, and his chip goes a little too high and into the rafters. Tonight and tomorrow night are Arizona State's last 2 games of the month of October. That means they're going to be having Halloween off, and for me that means to chew on some Halloween candy. If you guys are fans of Snickers, I'll make sure to give you my P.O. box after the game. Sun Devils keeping the Bruins to the outside in the offensive zone, and I'll try to relieve the pressure. Alex Moore is unable to find Petey's stick, and that'll go for another icing. UCLA going to try to take advantage of a tired Sun Devil group, and so they're going to swap out their line. LaChapelle will try to win that in the corner, but Sweeney's able to meet him first, and he turns it right back over. Moore looking behind him. He tries to shove the puck up to the strong side, but that gets clogged, and he'll have to retrieve the puck in his own zone. Kept in at the point. Shot on by Chu, misses. Walking it off the wall was Penoir, but ends up being a turnover. Dodson with the puck, ends up missing high to the left. Dodson with the stick lift, he'll get the puck, but his pass ends up getting blocked. Petey behind the net up at the point. Wrist shot on by Moore, and it's in! Not sure who's going to end up being the one that's going to get the goal in the score sheet. Definitely know for sure it was Moore who took the shot from the point. And it's a 1-0 Sun Devil lead. Nothing too simple. Petey for the Sun Devils really deep in the offensive zone, was having trouble handling it, so he ends up just electing to play it to his defenseman Moore. And Moore with a heads-up play, being able to find a lane for the shot, ends up going in past the goaltender Kavinsky. And it looks to be actually Cam O'Connor, as UCLA just missing that chance wide to try and tie up the game. Looks to end up being O'Connor scoring the goal for Arizona State. Look to be the one to get that tip in. Bruins now cross the offensive blue line. Studegatti drops that one off for Fishman, and Fishman's shot misses and rims all the way out of the zone. Puck intercepted, and Allison with almost a nice opportunity, but ends up getting tangled up with one of the UCLA defensemen as they recognize the turnover and were able to react just in time to stop him. Both teams will elect to make a change. Billingsley in the offensive zone wins it clean to Andriott. Puck still bubbling around, and that'll pass through the crease. A little too strong off that clear, ends up going over the goal line, and we'll go for an ice. Funny enough, head coach for the Sun Devils, Jared Smith, pointed out to me that he really liked the way Cameron O'Connor's game has started off in the young season, and sure enough, he's the one that gets the Sun Devils on the board. Puck kept in. Point shot on from Snyder, ends up being blocked by Alterman. Still on the attack. Chip off the glass. Snyder unable to keep it in. We'll just throw it back down, and he'll try to get back into his defensive zone positioning. Puck takes a deflection, icing waved off. Quick shot on from Lester. He just plays that one off the carom, and Kavinsky had a good angle on it to make the glove save. Draw one this time by the Bruins. Panamar is able to get some help from his centerman, but they're unable to gain speed out of their own zone and will have to retrieve it again. Paget fighting with Chu. Lorraine ends up getting sandwiched behind the net. Panamar getting up to his feet for the Bruins. He'll find the puck and will elect to just keep it there until Chu is able to pry it out of his skates. Puck play behind Sweeney, and he'll have to go in on the forecheck against Rijo. On the left corner, Paget whips the puck cross ice, but no one there. And he'll go for a change. Panamar gets it back from Fishman. Fishman trying to shield it, but he turns it over as he hits a rut in the ice. LaChapelle is unable to get the shot off. Bruins take away a golden opportunity for the Sun Devils. They go the other way. Sweeney's shot from the right corner, blockered away by Lehman. Puck unable to be cleared. Fishman still with it, centers out in front. It's a stick out there, still loose. Lehman's finally able to snag the puck. And we'll have a quick whistle as a couple players are entangled. Not sure what it was. Fishman is trying to gain speed in his own zone, ends up maybe getting a rut into the ice, or maybe just didn't get his skate sharpened in time before today's game, but ends up falling down in probably the worst spot you can in your own defensive zone, right in the middle in front of the goaltender. But his teammates were able to bail him out. Bruins win the draw. Zoo's shot misses high. I'll try to play down low, but the Sun Devils will relieve the pressure. Altman going D-to-D with Lundgren. Petey's able to stick it out of the zone. Dodson fighting hard with Zoo and ends up being whistled down as UCLA touches the puck, and a couple players thought that was a late hit, but I don't think that was what the penalty was initially called for. Looked to be a hooking signal made by the referee, as Kyle Dodson for Arizona State did a great job just fighting through the defenseman Zoo, causing the UCLA defenseman to hook him in order for Dodson to not get to the puck first. And ASU will now go on the man advantage for the second time of the contest. Puck still up for grabs, kept in by Andriot. He'll move it over to the left side. Lundgren with the one-timer clapper, ends up being saved by Kavinsky. And the rebound's cleared by Kong. Billingsley. The puck on his forehand. Tough pass for Bellatini to try to handle, and it'll be in front of the Arizona State bench. Lundgren stretches the glove out there, making a Willie Mays catch to bat the puck down, and Sun Devils will operate in the center ice line. Kavinsky will elect to freeze it with 11:34 remaining in the second period. Goal scorer for the Sun Devils, O'Connor, will be taking the draw. Puck caught up in his skates. And Fishman will come out for it for the Bruins. Dodson on the left side to Altman. He barely keeps it in. Dodson trying to force a pass to LaChapelle, and that'll be turned over. Sweeney by himself, trying to protect the puck. Backhand shot, inaccurate. O'Connor takes it out of his own zone, cutting through the middle. O'Connor trying to deke through Panoir, but Panoir is able to close the wickets and allow UCLA to clear. 25 seconds left on the man advantage. Panoir ends up getting the puck sticked away from, but the defensive partner is able to hit the stretch pass. 2-on-1 for the Bruins, and it was a kneeling stop by Altman on the power play, negating the chance. Dodson fighting his way through Setaguchi, but ends up being cleared off the glass, and that'll do it for the power play. O'Connor's redirection goes up into the rafters, and we'll have a whistle. With 10-12 in the first period, it's 1-0 Sun Devils. Not too many times on the power play you're expecting to have to defend in your own zone, but Altman was there showing off his defensive prowess, negating a shorthanded chance. Andriot walks it up to the point. Shot on, ends up missing high by Meyer. It'll work its way to the other side. Snyder, his shot on, and it just misses wide. I don't think the goaltender, Kavinsky, caught it as it went through the legs of Paget. Meyer, second try, unable to get the puck out. Snyder, chip off the glass, and that does just enough to force UCLA offside. Face off in the neutral zone. Trejo clears it for the moment. Moreau's for the Bruins will dump it down low. Turnover behind the net. Able to be reacting to it in time with Trejo. Point shot on from Chu. Ends up being sticked away by Lehman and out of play. Folks, don't forget to stay for a game after this one taking place right here at Oceanside Ice Rink, as it's going to be the Division III team for Arizona State facing Grand Canyon. Again, that'll take place after this one's over. Panoir for the Bruins. Wrist shot ends up getting blocked. Bellatini now one-on-one. Bellatini's wrist shot misses to the right. Lorraine fans on the initial shot attempt. It's caught up in the skates of Panoir as everybody's digging at it. Lorraine, backhand cross-ice play to Altman, and that is a stick save by Kavinsky. Paget trying to peel off the wall. He's unable to get it. And it's almost a dangerous opportunity for UCLA, as if Lundgren doesn't end up tripping that Bruins player, it would have been a 2-on-0. Easy call for the man with the orange stripes, as Lorraine will head to the box, and you could safely categorize that as a good penalty to take, as again, if Lundgren wasn't going to be taking that penalty. It was a 2-on-0 opportunity for the Bruins to tie it up. Said they're going to have to earn it on the man advantage. Panoir plays a puck to the half wall. Sweeney gives it right back. Cross ice play to Zegras. Zegras stops. He'll pivot back. Get it again. Panoir. Low wrist shot on. Takes a weird hop behind the net. Oh, and Lehman with a nice reaction stop. Had to move from right to left. Ends up making the stop on Jeff Zhu. Referee's trying to determine where the faceoff was going to take place. It's usually wherever the shot ends up being last attempted at, on what part of the ice, end up deciding where the faceoff is. Zhu protects the puck, turns it over for the moment, but Sweeney's able to do a good job retrieving it. Panoir ends up getting a tough hit from O'Connor, has to get back up. And the puck will be cleared by Meyer. Minute 10 remaining on the power play as UCLA is going to attempt to tie it up. But they're having trouble trying to break out of their own zone as it's some nice pressure being applied by LaChapelle. Meyer dumps it in the center ice line. He'll get the puck right back to him, and this time ends up getting blocked. El Vento with it. Centers that out in front. One-timer shot misses wide. Still loose. That time that play was sicked away on the pass. Chu fakes the shot at the point. Still in the Arizona State zone. LaChapelle is unable to clear it. Chirijo picks the puck up on his backhand and does just enough to get it out the center ice line. That allows one Arizona State player to go for a change. Zegras centers that out. Still loose in front. Still loose. Couple saves by Lehman. Fishman now. Penalty's just about to expire. DDD play. Studagati, and Lehman makes a stop. Nice display of goaltending there on those flurry of chances by the Arizona State netminder. UCLA still applying the pressure off of that draw. It looks to be that they're going to be going back on the power play as well. It'll be number 5, Jacob Lester, as ends up getting his stick entangled with the UCLA defenseman and ends up flipping him around, which ends up being the call. So UCLA, after a few good chances on that last power play, get back to work right again. Drawn able to be cleared, kept in by Zhu. Shot will miss, but Billingsley is able to win the race to the puck and dump it clear. Moros to Sweeney on the right side. Zhu ends up getting pushed up against the glass by Billingsley, but Bruins have possession. Panoir couldn't settle the puck down. Moreau's in the corner, working it down low. Zhu's pass to Moreau's, and they will have to dump it down the corner. Puck will end up popping out for the Sun Devils, and they're able to clear it. Lundgren will collect the turnover, and he'll dump it down again. O'Connor will get to the puck first. O'Connor still trying to fight for it. Will finally be taken away by Zoo. El Vento on the left side. 30 seconds left for the Bruins on the power play. Fishman to the middle, but his pass gets into the skates of the defenseman Chu, and they have to settle the puck down. Fishman shot on, and Lehman was able to fight through a couple screens to stretch out the left arm. .4:23 remaining in the second period. Sun Devils having to kill off another penalty here. Puck just kept in. Zegras' shot. Blocked by Lundgren. Puck finds its way out in front. Lehman has to go in the splits again, but this time he's able to make the stop. As it took a weird cam, I couldn't tell if that was either off of a player or maybe just off of the goaltender and was a rebound. Sun Devils trying to get the personnel they want out there. And the puck's finally dropped. About 5 seconds now left. Shot on from Invento. Rebound still out in front. Cleared away by Paget. And the Sun Devils kill off another penalty. Zegras by himself. Doesn't get the shot off, but he retrieves the puck in the corner. Hard rim around El Vento. Fishman elects to take the perimeter shot, but ends up being blocked by a Sun Devil. Playing it back in. Still a lot of zone time being accumulated by UCLA in the second period. Fishman in the corner ends up jousting with an Arizona State player, but he walks out with it. Now at the point. Chu, wrist shot on. That one's blocked. And allows Arizona State to clear as it's a hobbling Snyder to the Arizona State bench trying to look for a change. Fishman on the right side fights off a back checker, still with it. Trying to put it through the legs of Moore, unsuccessfully though, and Paget plays it to Petey. Moore, cross-ice pass to Lorraine, he'll chip it down. Dodson, fresh off the bench in the corner, centering that to Lorraine, but he gets the puck taken away. UCLA now on a 2 or 3-on-1. Alterman, the drop pass. Shot on as it's wobbling, still loose in front. Oh man, and falling to the ice for UCLA was Quan. As if he was able to keep his legs underneath him, he probably had an opportunity at the net. Dodson turns the puck over, and it's shuffled back down by UCLA, and they'll go for a change. Frijo. Just out of the reach for La Chapelle. Moore's trying to hustle for it for Arizona State, and he'll get the icing call. Game starting to open up here in the last minute or two. Looked to be that UCLA was trying to get off one of their tired forwards, but the referee caught that as similar rules in the NHL apply to the ACHA, that if the icing team ices it, they can't change. Sun Devils trying to take advantage as it's a fresh line out there. Lester's pass hops over the stick of Billingsley, and the Sun Devils will have to regroup. Tyler Sheppy, hard rim around, gets sealed off by Bellatini. Billingsley to Altman at the point. Altman just elects to dump it back in. Bellatini has some time, but he gets the puck intercepted. And Lundgren in his own zone has to just play it out. Bellatini overskates the puck. Altman with a saucer pass to Paget. On his off wing, shot on, rebound in front off of the goaltender Kavinsky, but it's picked up by the Bruins. Moros takes it through Bellatini's legs. He's almost able to get by Altman, but Altman does just enough to stop the speed of the pass for his goaltender Lehman to freeze it. Head coach Jared Smith reiterated to me that UCLA is a skilled bunch. It's a reason why UCLA is 5-0 on the year, and Moros showed off a little bit of that skill exiting out of his own zone. Draw one, shot on from Elvento. It was a good opportunity, but ends up hitting his own man in front. Point shot with a redirection, ends up flipping over the net. 40 seconds remain. Chu, bobbing and weaving, plays it back down. Then ends up being a shot by Studagati, but it's another stop by Lehman. Lehman definitely the busier of the two goaltenders in the second period, and he's had to be on it to keep this game and this lead at 1 for the Sun Devils. Shot one by O'Connor, and he'll elect to just chip it out of his own zone. Chu. Up to Fishman, Elvento, trying to give it back to his line mate, and they'll move it to the point. Chu ends up taking a hard hit. Still loose in front for the Bruins. Saved by Lehman, still in front as they're battling forward. Chu throws it back in again. Misses high and out of play. Broken play by UCLA as they're able to just keep the puck in. And that shot ends up hitting a crowd in front of the goaltender Lehman and ends up finally making its way to the net. A lot of commotion near the end of the second period. 8.4 seconds remaining in the Arizona State zone. O'Connor can't clear it out, but Zoo is unable to keep the puck in, and that'll end up doing it for the second period. Ends up being a tale of two halves of the second period as Arizona State dominated early, but being able to generate some chances, ends up getting a goal by Cameron O'Connor for the Sun Devils for the 1-0 lead, but it was some nice goaltending by Nicholas Lehman for the Sun Devils being displayed at the end of the second period to keep it at a 1-goal lead. Folks, we'll be back with live third period action of ACHA Division II men's ice hockey in just under 15 minutes. Hello, everyone, and this is Brett Vaughn welcoming you back to ASU ACHA Hockey YouTube's presentation of Division II men's ice hockey as we head into this third period with the Sun Devils hanging on to a one-goal lead. Both teams just letting the ice settle a little bit here before we start up the second period. Pardon me, the third period. Shots after that second period, 24 shots for both teams. It's been a pretty even contest tonight. And we're underway to start the third period. Altman for the Sun Devils takes it back in his own zone to O'Connor. O'Connor headmans that up to Allison, dumping it down low. Bruins are able to not spend too much time in their own zone and get it out. Chu settles the puck down. He'll elect to skate it out himself. Pass, can't find Elvento's stick, but it gets cleared by Lundgren all the way down, and beating out the icing was Andriot, showing off the hustle. Altman, point shot on, and Kavinsky's able to make the stop without much trouble. Billingsley in the circle. Puck still sitting there on the dot. And the Sun Devils will look to be. Lester was trying to center that, move that up to the point, but it gets taken away by Sweeney. Sweeney's shot gets the rebound redirected out of the zone. Andriot swings it to Lester, but Lester's pass ends up hitting the back of the net. Rugby scrum in the corner. Coming out with it is Cam Kong. If you're just joining us, here starting the third period, the only goal being scored was by the Sun Devils, courtesy off of a deflection play for number 13, Cam O'Connor. And that was in the middle of the second period. Lorraine can't pick the puck up off the kick plate. It'll come to Chernow. Chernow's first shot gets blocked. He centers that one through. Short angle shot from Giamatti for UCLA, misses wide. Zegras plays it down the corner. Alterman gets his pass deflected up in the air, kept in by the Bruins. Zegras one-timer shot, whistles one high. Puck ends up getting stuck on the back of the netting, but that gets jousted out. Moore electing to get some help from Paget, but Zegras keeps it in. Alterman, shot misses high. Giamatti walks the line. Shot blocked by Lorraine. Lorraine feeling some pressure, he elects to just try to kill the puck up against the dasher. Paget can't get it. And finally the Sun Devils can clear it. Bellatini the only one after it for Arizona State as the rest of his forward line mates go for a change. LaChapelle meets his man in the center ice circle, and that allows the Sun Devils to get the puck back. Zegras can't get the puck, and it was turned over to LaChapelle, but UCLA is able to take it away. One-timer shot gets blocked by Trujillo. Turning it over, though, and Fishman can't corral it. Petey takes the puck. Game opening up a little bit. Petey loses the puck momentarily. Can't center that one in front. Dodson to LaChapelle. Altman. Wrist shot gets blocked by Chu. Odd man rush for UCLA. Fishman. Wrist shot on. Stopped by Lehman. Net ends up getting dislodged after the stop, but it was a solid chance for UCLA. It was a 3-on-2. Fishman electing to take the shot himself, and Lehman stood his ground. Draw one initially by Arizona State. Altman can't clear it. Elvento's shot, and he rings one off the post. Lundgren just elects to clear it away. Is rolling in over in the corner. Icing waved off. Sun Devils turn the puck over, though. And we'll have a whistle as looked to be a penalty behind the play, as it was the back referee that's making that call, and it looks to be Max Chu for the Bruins heading to the sin bin. Tough penalty to take, one that's not going to be influencing the play at all near the puck. It was behind where it happened. As the UCLA bench boss is trying to get an explanation from the referee on what exactly the call was. But in either case, it's going to be a power play for Arizona State, trying to add an insurance marker to make it a 2-goal game. Puck kept in by Andriot. He'll rim it all the way around to Lester. Lester still trying to fight for it. Billingsley is able to help out, fakes the pass out, but he overhandles the puck and turns it over to Sweeney. Zoo, he'll end up bobbling it, and that allows Lundgren to chip it out, and we'll have a whistle. 5 minutes has elapsed in the third period. Sun Devils on the, well, actually, pardon me, I don't think it's the power play. Looked to be a last-minute change, as it ended up being, I think, both a UCLA player and an Arizona State player. That shot whistles wide past Lehman. And so it's actually full strength 5-on-5 play for both teams. Bruins centering that one in front. Ends up hitting the Arizona State stick, but it's kept in low. Nobody has ended up picking up the puck. It's finally cleared away by Myers. Zoo. Far side pass to Sweeney. Sweeney gets his pass taken away by O'Connor. Myers just chops at the puck, but O'Connor can't pick it up on the pitchfork. Allison trying to get it from Sean Phillips. Phillips will just chip it in. Zegras feeling the pressure from Phillips, and he'll get rid of that puck quickly. Cheer now, shot. Easily saved by Lehman, but the rebound's still loose. Snyder gives a rolling pass to O'Connor, and he can't handle it. It's a 3-on-2 for the Sun Devils. Cheer now. Shot misses wide. Snyder trying to slow the play down to make a tape-to-tape play. He'll end up going to O'Connor, and he'll just chip it out. Allison takes the puck. Allison Ends up losing his footing. Zegras collects the puck. Zegras, snapshot on. Didn't get all of it, but ends up being saved by Lehman. Dodson trying to find Petey streaking behind the defense, but it ends up getting taken away by Penwar. UCLA back at it again. Trio has to keep his head up as Fishman met him behind the net. Petey can't clear. Penwar. Studagati knobs it down the corner. He ends up getting pushed to the ice and can't let his shot go. La Chapelle cuts in the middle. Cross ice play to Dodson. Dodson was trying to find it, but it ends up getting deflected by UCLA stick, and play ends up getting whistled down. Looks to be La Chapelle gingerly getting up on one leg. Looked to be a slashing call is what the signal was by the referee, and now Arizona State will be on the man advantage. La Chapelle getting some help up from his line mate Petey to make it to the Arizona State bench, and so taking the penalty was Noah Jamani for the Bruins, and Sun Devils try to look for that insurance marker. Draw one by ASU. Pass goes under the stick of Bellatini, and they'll have to retrieve it. Lundgren walks the line. Initial attempt gets blocked, but it'll play it down to Lester. Lester ends up losing his footing, and that allows UCLA to clear it. Lehman. He'll paddle that over to Billingsley. Lester with the drop pass, but ends up crossing signals with his line mate, and he'll have to get the puck back. Andriott, seeing past to Billingsley, quick snapshot on, saved, and he threw the puck back in, but no Sun Devils were there, and it's cleared away. Lester's pass gets blocked. Lundgren keeps it in on the snapshot, but that'll miss the net. Andriott at the point. Billingsley gives it to Lundgren. Lundgren's wrist shot on, blocked by the leg of Zoo. This would be Billingsley up on, back up off on his feet. Lester. Shot gets blocked. Rebound in front, and we'll have a whistle. Not sure what for. I don't know if maybe the net might have been off. Looks like that's what it is, as linesman's going to have to put it back on its moorings. 44 seconds left on the man advantage for Arizona State, and they'll get their second unit out. O'Connor, good to see La Chapelle. He's back up and running. He's out there for Sun Devils on this power play. Phillips gives it to Altman, now to Petey. Petey finding Phillips on the back door, but Phillips just couldn't handle the pass. O'Connor's shot from the slot. Shot stopped, but UCLA had to clear it, and they do. O'Connor gets the puck in, gets some pressured over to La Chapelle, shot on, still loose in front. Altman at the point, winds up and fires one, and that's blockered away by Kavinsky. And UCLA dumps the puck down 200 feet and kills the remainder of the penalty. Few good chances for Arizona State, but UCLA's defense is bending but not breaking. Fishman now. Puck was rolling on edge and wasn't able to get an accurate shot on it. Arizona State will try to jumble their lines back. Cross-ice play as the pass was intended for Sweeney, but it was over his stick. He'll get it on the forecheck. Finding some guys coming off the bench, and pass was just out of the reach for Penwar. And Bruins will dump it back down. Zoo over to Penoir. 9:25 in the third period. Penoir gets taken down by Lorraine. Paget on his own blue line turns it over to Sweeney. Moros slows it down. The one-timer shot still is in front. Flailing around Lehman, and it gets cleared away for the moment. Still out there. It's a delayed penalty call against ASU. And Lehman's finally able to glove it down. A lot of commotion in front as that one-timer shot from the left wall by Alterman gave Lehman some trouble as he did just enough to fight that one off, but with that rebound still loose, Arizona State had to take a penalty. Ended up being number 2, Lorraine, as he was trying to not allow a wide open chance for UCLA. Bruins have to go back on the power play again. Zoo gives it over to Elvento, but he'll lose possession of it momentarily, but got some help from his teammates. Fishman trying to center that in front to Elvento. Puck just couldn't settle down for him. Zoo to Zegras. Fishman back to Elvento, and Elvento still having some trouble. That puck not settling down for him. Sudagati works it back over to Fishman. Team pass to Elvento. Zoo. Elvento. Cross ice to Fishman, but a little too hot for him to handle. He'll evade the forechecker. At the point to Zegras. Point shot on, and that ends up getting blocked by the forward Allison. Zoo again with the puck. Cross ice pass, and the defenseman for Arizona State, Lundgren's able to get a stick on it and deflect it out of play. UCLA probably one of their more productive power play shifts of the game as they were able to settle the puck down, move it around, but credit to Arizona State either getting their body in the way of a passing opportunity or a shot opportunity in the case for Allison. Chirijo is able to clear that one down all the way and force Kavinsky to stop it behind his own net. Chirijo sees a turnover, but he is able to, on a second attempt, clear it down. UCLA trying to come out of their zone, out of a controlled breakout, but they're having some trouble. Credit to William LaChapelle for Arizona State, causing a lot of trouble. Almost turned over as well, but just out of reach for Bellatini. UCLA gaining some more offensive zone time, but they turn it right over to Bellatini, and he'll dump it down. And that kills off the ASU penalty. Zegras unable to clear it as it hits the linesman, but the Bruins will finally collect the puck. Snapshot on from Sudagati, ends up going out of play. 6:36 remaining. It's the score 1-0 for Arizona State. It's a familiar sight for one team, not for the other. UCLA coming into tonight with a 5-0 record. So they haven't been in too many games where they're coming in having to face a little adversity. For Arizona State, it's familiar for them with a record of 4-0-1 of trying to kill a game off. Paget has a puck in his skates initially and just will have to just clear it. But it's a turnover. Bruins now. Fishman trying to go for the wrap chance, still out in front dangerously, and Altman was able to recognize it just in time. I don't think really anybody knew what Fishman was trying to do with that puck, and that dangerously just could have taken a bounce and go right into an empty net. Shot on from the point. Gets deflected by Ovento, but wide. In the corner, Stedigati sending that out in front. Still loose in front, and Lehman with a nice reaction glove save off of Owl. It'll be interesting to see how both coaches for the respective teams handle their team management for who they want to see out there. If Arizona State, you want to have maybe more of your reliable guys defensively. For UCLA, possibly trying to double shift some of your top point producers. That was another point shot saved by Lehman. Still a lot of time left for the hockey game, though. I don't expect UCLA to pull their goalie anytime soon with 5:28 remaining. Draw one. Sweeney's shot. Snapshot right in front of Lehman, but he's able to have some sound positioning, making the save. Wheeling back in his own zone is Snyder. Snyder finds Dodson streaking on the weak side. Dodson ends up getting taken hard to the ice by Zegras. And UCLA will take it out. Zoo fakes like he's going inside, moves it to the outside, but fans on the pass. Petey turns it over on the center ice line. Kong shot. Misses wide to the right. Coming off the bench is Ovento. Ovento snapshot on and stick save by Lehman. Dodson does just enough to clear it out of his own zone and go for a change. Meyer getting some pressure from Ovento on the forecheck. Andriot just able to clear the puck out, not getting a turnover in the middle of his ice. Kept in again by UCLA. Fishman was able to lift the stick of Lehman and take control of the puck. Puck barely kept in by UCLA. Billingsley plays a self-pass off the boards. Turned over by Snyder, though. Ovento trying to send that puck out to Fishman, and Lesser just deflects that puck up and out of play. Shots 33-31 in favor of UCLA now as we head down the stretch. Sean Phillips able to hustle at the puck for Arizona State. Now it's a turnover. Shot on from O'Connor on the backhand. Ends up being stopped. Altman's point shot on. Puck still in front. Oh, and it almost was centered in front to O'Connor, but the puck was just a little too high above his stick. Duke Fishman circles back in his own zone. They're getting a stick lifted by Phillips. O'Connor just gets it out into the neutral zone. Morrow's chopping some salad there. Stick handling a puck. Will chip it in. Bellatini chips it off the wall for O'Connor, but just out of the reach for him. O'Connor keeps the pressure on, allowing for his line mates to finish off the change. Bruins dump it in. Moore stops initially behind his own net. Tape-to-tape pass to Bellatini. But it looks like he was trying to play it over to one of his line mates, but he didn't get the memo. He was going for a change. They'll find Padgett on the right side. Padgett snapshot on. Ends up missing. Puck kept in by Chirijo. Penoir will play the puck over to Studagati. Studagati eats a check. Gets to win the race for the puck. Centered out in front. Sticked away by Lehman. puck pops over the UCLA defenseman's leg. Paget in for ASU. Paget gets a rough ride in the boards, but Lorraine's able to help his line mate out with the puck, trying to deke around Fishman, but he gets it taken away. Under 2 minutes remaining in the third period. Shot on from Ovento, and Lehman fights it off. Stedigati. He'll play the puck down and go for a change. Ovento for UCLA trying to cause a turnover. He's unsuccessful. Billingsley with the legs churning, dumps the puck in. Unable to sustain any zone time, though. Sweeney for UCLA ends up entering in the zone illegally offside. 1:09 left in the third period, and it's going to be a timeout by UCLA. When I mentioned earlier of a time when we'll see UCLA pulling the goaltender, this is probably the time of the game when you're going to expect that with 1:09 remaining. As both teams get some chalk talk with their coaches. Jared Smith using some positive body language of being able to show Arizona State what areas of the ice he wants to see his players cover. Definitely at this time of the hockey game, coaches are going to only put out players that they feel that they trust in either getting a goal or protecting a lead. For the Sun Devils, it's going to be Phillips, O'Connor, and Allison, the forward grouping with the defensive pair of Altman and Lundgren. Faceoff will be just outside the Arizona State zone. Draw one by Fishman for the Bruins. Ends up getting turned over. Altman will clear it all the way down. Icing waved off. Under 60 seconds now in the hockey game. Zegras steps out behind his own net. He'll leave the puck for Fishman. Fishman enters in on the left side. Still with the puck. Backhand shot blocked by Altman as it's an empty net. Chance. Altman will dump it down. Just missing the net, and Zegras races for an icing call with 36 seconds left. UCLA, after that timeout, haven't been able to generate much of any chance towards the Arizona State netminder. Linesman just waiting to get a whistle. Draw one by UCLA. Zoo keeps it in the corner. Fishman behind the net. Fishman stops. Looking for it. UCLA with the 6-on-5 advantage. Zegras up at the point. Tough puck to handle for Zoo. Plays it back to Zegras, but plays the pass outside of the offensive zone. 15 seconds now. Altman elects to just try and kill the puck on the corner, but Fishman's able to take it. At the point, Zoo. Shot on. Centered out in front. Still loose in front. Finally, it's whistled down by the referee. And we'll have approximately 3.3 seconds left. With the extra attacker, UCLA hasn't been able to generate the chances you would really like. That one was maybe a half a chance, you could say, as it was just more for the Bruins trying to play for the rebound. And looks to be a timeout now by the Sun Devils with 3.3 left. I have to imagine that head coach Jared Smith is going to be drawing up a face-off play of being able to defend, because with only that short amount of time, that's really the only opportunity that UCLA has. Is going to be a quick face-off win, a clean win, and throwing something directly at the net. Folks, after this broadcast is over, stay tuned for ASU's Division III team to take the ice for some late-night Friday hockey action, as they'll be taking on in-state rival Grand Canyon University, taking place just after this one's over. UCLA coming into this game undefeated, trying to keep that unblemished record intact, but they only have maybe one or two more kicks at the can. Lehman is talking to his centerman, O'Connor, maybe just giving him some positive encouragement or telling him some good strategy. Draw one. O'Connor will dump it behind his net. And that'll do it. Arizona State gives UCLA their first loss of the season. And it was by the slimmest of margins with a 1-goal victory. Definitely an entertaining contest all the way through, as chances were hard to come by against two even opponents. But the Sun Devils come out on top. As we'll take you up here inside the Ocean Side Ice press box with Brett Vaughn here, and it was a matchup that we all handicapped coming into tonight. Both teams with an undefeated record, probably some of the top two teams in the West region at the Division II ACHA level, and we were treated to a good one tonight. For tonight's play of their game, it's going to be for Arizona State number 13, Cameron O'Connor. O'Connor was a highlighted player that head coach Jared Smith pointed out to me before tonight's contest, and he showed he was out there for a lot of big situations. You could see he was the one taking the draw near the end of the hockey game, but also, too, he was the goal scorer, being able to redirect a point shot, giving the Sun Devils a 1-goal advantage. So he's our tonight's player of the game. And, folks, these two same teams go back at it tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m. here on Arizona State Hockey YouTube, and you can watch it live tomorrow night. For my cameraman, Joey Pliszka, I'm Brett Vaughn, reminding you of tonight's final score. The Arizona State Sun Devils come out on top by a score of 1-0 over the UCLA Bruins. I say thank you so much for tuning in, and so long from Oceanside Ice Arena. Good night.